So we'll be going through these topics in the discussion. Next slide. So microfrontends are a way to decompose a front-end monolithic application into smaller independently deployed pieces, meaning breaking down a large application into smaller pieces so that it can be easier to work on or and deploy. Then we can compare it to microservices in the backend.
Check.
I'm not a backend person, but I think they use a technique called microservices, which is dividing their works into smaller bits. The benefits of microcontaints is technology flexibility and we'll go into benefits later. So this is a diagram, basic diagram for microcontaints. So this is a monolithic container. It means let's say this is a large application like an e-commerce application where everything, the different features are all like together in a single code base. But when it comes to micro contents, we divide them or we share them into individual features so that they can be easier to build and then also deploy independently. So let's say this is an account service for an e-commerce and then trading. So each of these features are separated so that they can be worked on different things and be deployed also easily. Next time. So we might ask why should we use micro content? Why should we employ maybe the micro content? So our problem statement is that monolithic frontends are challenging to scale. Like imagine building a very large e-commerce website and then just a single developer is one managing the authorization, the accounts, the chats, check whatever stuff. And then you can imagine that it's going to be like difficult for that person to like track each of the codes. So the solution to that is using micro-content, which means breaking down the code base into different features. So our key drivers are scalability, autonomy, and faster time to market. Next slide. So our core concepts for micro-contents are decomposition, decomposition means breaking down a large unit into smaller pieces. So we breaking the front end into smaller pieces with specific business functions. The next one is integration, meaning integrating the front end so that they can work together as a single application. Then framework agnostic, meaning you have the freedom to use different frameworks for each of the front end. Because when you use a single code base, you have to use yes, you can employ different frameworks for it, but in this one you have the opportunity to use different frameworks for each of the features. For each of these features now, these micro contents, for them to communicate with each other, let's say if an example is like for the checkout of the cards, let me say the cards now to the interactive, let me say the search function. You can use custom events, which is micro content communicating via browser events. That is this browser event now. Again, you can use you can employ visible components for the micro content, like the display content, and then you are you can use query interface between each of the front ends. Next. Strategies for building micro front ends. So we have different approaches to work with micro front ends. The first approach is custom elements, like web components. Meaning, just like I said, that we can use different JavaScript, using different JavaScript frameworks to bring each of these. Okay, this custom element means let's say you're using an HTML, you can employ, you can bring another HTML component into HTML. Okay. For next one is iframes, like inline frames, which ensures isolation but can have performance and best limitations. That is incorporating different elements, HTML elements, into your code base, into your main code base. Then also federation testing. These enables dynamic code loading from different modules. This is especially used to optimize your pages for specific clients. Next one. Then single spark. Single spark means the spark that is single page applications. That orchestrates multiple micro content on the same page. These are different methods you can use to build micro content. Integration methods. We have different ways to integrate micro content into one application. Yes. The first one is client-side integration. This enables JavaScript to render these different micro contents into a single application. That is for the client side, which enables the user to interact with the app, with the application. Then the server-side integration. The server recomposes the page before sending it to the client. You can use JavaScript also to combine this micro content into a single HTML document before it can be rendered to the browser. Then edge-side integration. CDS or reverse phrases combine content before it reaches the browser. Meaning, on the server you can place an edge side on the thing. You can place a reverse code and proxy on a part of the server network, which acts as a middleman between the user and the micro frontend. So whenever a user clicks on any feature in the application, the reverse proxy or CDN sends a message to the server which tells the client what to display. This is an example of micro content architecture. Let's say team A now is in charge of building fragment A. So team A can decide to use React for that feature. Then team B can work on the server side of the application, and then team C can use another framework to work on that fragment on the application. So this is just what micro frontend is. Different micro frontends here coming together to form one application. The benefits of micro frontends: scalability, that's easier to manage large scale projects. There is a situation whereby we have a large application now and only one developer is managing it. So when the developer incorporates micro frontend into the application, it's easier for each of the teams to manage the design in case of any future updates or an upgrade is needed to the home page, it doesn't necessarily affect the search functionality. Again, so each of them can be deployed independently. Then technology flexibility. Teams can choose different frameworks or versions based on their needs. So each of these teams can decide to use, okay, let me say I want to use React. Another team can decide to use Vue to build another picture of the application. Then simplified maintenance, debugging, testing, and updating specific parts of the app becomes easier. So maybe an error came up in the process of building the application. So using micro frontend, you can be able to track where the error is coming from, since they are all like in single cases already. Challenges in implementation, complexity. Managing the infrastructure and integration increases the complexity. Because when you work with different micro frontend, they can be a large website now can have different features which are lengthy. So managing and tracking each of these front ends now can be more complex unless you make proper planning, so like I need to track them. Then performance overhead, loading multiple front ends, micro front ends can affect page performance if not optimized. That means since each of these micro front ends are lengthy, making them to load effectively can become difficult if it is not optimized correctly. Then consistency, like maintaining uniform design and effects across microcontent is challenging without a shared design system. So when each team is working on a different feature of an application, it's necessary for a design to be followed. So to avoid the issue where a particular team starts working on something different. So in the the bigger picture of the application, when there is no uniform design, each of these features now can look different as if they are different applications, just jump back. Then shared dependencies. Managing shared libraries and avoiding duplication requires careful planning. Best practices for adoption. Number one, we can define clear boundaries. Each micro frontend should focus on a specific domain of operation. That is, when working on micro frontend, each of these features should be able to work independently of each other. So when they come together, there are no clashes. There are no clashes with other features in the application. So number two is establish communication protocol. Use well-defined communication patterns. Then shared design system that is very cool. A consistent design system maintains uniformity across microcontent. Then performance optimization. Implement lazy loading, code splitting and efficient caching performance. To optimize the performance of the application once it is loaded, you can implement lazy loading, which means whenever the user interacts with a part of the application, like when the user is on, let's use Netflix as an example, because Netflix adopted micro content for the application. So when the user is on the home page, you can use lazy loading, which means only when the user interacts with one part of the application, that's when the browser loads the application instead of everything loading at once. When you go into Netflix, then code splitting, which means breaking down your codes into different fractions for easier tracking and management. Then efficient caching, which means loading your data into your local storage
kick.
When to use microcontainers and when not to use microcontainers. So originally, when to use microcontainers is usually on large scale applications, which is ideal for multiple teams working on distinct features. Then another another time to use microcontainers where you want to like focus on productivity only. So independent teams can work in parallel on different features without disrupting each other, leading to more efficient and organized app development, which is self-explanatory. So when not to use micro content, when you have small projects, maybe let me say like a single page application, you shouldn't like consider using micro content because it can be necessarily complex. So, and another reason is high risk of poor communication. If team communication is a challenge, duplication of effort may occur. It's better to start with the knowledge. That is, when you are working on a project, it's better to start with the knowledge. And then when it gets like becoming larger, you can decide to employ, you can decide to use micro content. In hopefully in the future, most developers will decide to use microcontainers. It's reducing adoption in large enterprises, hopefully, and then other future trend will be improved tooling and frameworks for microcontainers. Then the last one is evolving practices for better development and integration. So in conclusion, micro frontends offer a powerful solution for enhancing scalability and flexibility in modern web development. By adopting this architecture, organizations can improve collaboration, accelerate delivery,